Help if you have a disabled child. Your local council can provide help if you have a disabled child, including short break services, holiday play schemes, care at home, some aids and adaptations, and financial help. For example, money towards travel costs for hospital visits. Your council has a duty to provide these services under the Children Act 1989. Some are free of charge. The council might ask you to contribute towards others. If you think your child may qualify, contact the social services team at your local council. A social worker will then talk to you about the needs of your family, including health, social care, and education. This is called a needs assessment, and the social worker will give you advice on what to do next. You can also ask your council about local support groups for carers and families with disabled children. Help with costs. If your child qualifies for services from your local council, you will also have the option of getting direct payments. These are paid directly to you, so you can arrange services you need. They are an alternative to social care services, provided by your local council. You may also be eligible for extra child tax credit, or children's disability living allowance, for each disabled child you are responsible for. Childcare. Your local council's Family Information Service can give you details about childcare in your local area. You can also ask them about other specialist services that your child may need, because of the disability. Help with childcare costs. All 3- and 4-year-olds are entitled to 15 hours of free education, for 38 weeks of the year. Read the information, available on the Governor UK website, on childcare and tax credits, for more details. Some 2-year-olds, even if they have an education, health and care plan or get disability living allowance, are also entitled to the 15 hours of free education. You can also get direct payments from your local council to help pay for childcare. If you're on the Early Support Program and have a family file, show this to your childcare provider. If you are working, you may be able to get up to £4,000 a year to help pay for childcare for a disabled child through tax-free childcare. Education. Under the Equality Act 2010, it is against the law for schools and other education providers to discriminate against disabled children. Examples of discrimination can include a school refusing to admit a disabled child just because of the disability, or stopping a disabled pupil going outside at break time because it takes them longer to get there. Contact the Equality Advisory Support Service if you think your child has been discriminated against because of the disability. Making reasonable adjustments. Schools have to make reasonable adjustments for disabled children. These can include changes to physical features. For example, adding a ramp. Changes to how learners are assessed. Providing extra support and aids. For example, specialist teachers or equipment. Special educational needs. Some children may have special educational needs, because their disabilities affect their ability to learn. You can ask your council to carry out an education, health and care needs assessment for your child. They may get an EHC plan which will explain the extra support they need. The council must make sure your child gets this support. Ask to see a school's policy on special educational needs, so you know what support they can offer. Find your local support service, if you need impartial advice about special educational needs. Motability scheme. The Motability scheme can help you lease a car, if your child is aged 3 or over and is entitled to, either the higher rate of the mobility component of disability living allowance, or the enhanced mobility component, of personal independence payment. More information about the scheme is on the Motability website. You can also contact the Motability scheme using the information on screen. Home adaptations. If your home needs to be adapted to meet your child's needs, you may be able to get a disabled facilities grant to help with the costs. Usually, an occupational therapist will talk to you to work out what adaptations would be best for your child.
A disabled facilities grant will not affect any benefits that you are currently receiving.
Remember to check our description for useful links, alternative languages and more from How Do You Do.